This coming Sunday is the 26th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We continue to read from Luke's Gospel. Jesus tells the Pharisees about the rich man and the poor man named Lazarus. Our passage comes from Luke chapter 16, verses 19 through 31. Let's take a listen. Jesus said to the Pharisees, "There was a rich man who, dressed in purple garments and fine linen, and dined sumptuously each day. And lying at his door was a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who would gladly have eaten his fill of the scraps that fell from the rich man's table. Dogs even used to come and lick his sores. When the poor man died, he was carried away by the angels to the bosom of Abraham. The rich man also died and was buried. And from the netherworld, where he was in torment, he raised his eyes and saw Abraham far off and Lazarus at his side. And he cried out, 'Father Abraham, have pity on me. Send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am suffering torment in these flames.' Abraham replied, 'My child, remember that you received what was good during your lifetime, while Lazarus likewise received what was bad. But now he is comforted here, whereas you are tormented. Moreover, between us and you a great chasm is established, to prevent anyone from crossing who might wish to go from our side to yours, or from your side to ours.' He said, 'Then I beg you, Father, send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brothers, so that they may warn them, lest they too come to this place of torment.' But Abraham replied, 'They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them.' He said, 'Oh no, Father Abraham, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent.' Then Abraham said, 'If they will not listen to Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, even if someone should rise from the dead.'" This is a passage that is perhaps familiar about Lazarus, the poor person who is in that very desperate condition. He longs to eat the scraps that fall from the table. Then we hear the kind of very disgusting piece of information: the dog comes to lick his sores. When he dies, we are told, he is carried away to the bosom of Abraham, kind of a way of describing heaven. The rich man who dies goes to the netherworld, where we are told he is in torment. 2 people, 2 different outcomes, 2 different kinds of lives that were led. One of the 2 was poor, one was rich. One goes to the netherworld, one goes to the bosom of Abraham. Which person would you like to be? Maybe the person you would like to be is the one who had a chance to do it all again. The rich man indicates that he wants to let his 5 brothers know what happened to him as a result of his neglect of the poor, of literally stepping over the poor man at his door. The rich man has a kind of blindness to the poor, a blindness to the needs around him, and his warning to his brothers might just be, open your eyes, take a good look beyond your selfish ambitions and see. It's good advice for us too. We can become self-absorbed, and that can lead to a self-centered approach to life, and that can lead to a selfish kind of life. Being aware of others, especially those we may encounter on a daily basis, can go a long way in eliciting compassion from us and a desire to help. We may not be able to solve every problem that we come across or change everything that a poor person might want us to change, but we can respond to the needs of the poor in a variety of ways. So the gospel calls us to greater awareness. Do I really see what is going on around me? There is an urgency to the rich man's desire to warn his brothers. He is warning us as well with that same kind of urgency. Let us take his words to heart. This gospel is a challenging one for us who are rich in so many ways. Take time to reflect on it. Let the gospel fill your week. See you in church. For now, God bless.